A euro am coming to your house tonight. A euro. My child, do not be afraid when you hear these words. Do not tremble, thinking it is a warning of wrath. No euro, this is not the voice of judgment, this is the voice of love. I am not coming to destroy, I am coming to dwell. I am not arriving to expose your shame, I am arriving to restore your peace. For too long, you have sat in silence within the four walls of your home, holding tears that no one saw, whispering prayers that seemed unanswered. You thought heaven had gone quiet. You thought perhaps your faith had expired somewhere between heartbreak and exhaustion. But tonight a euro, yes, tonight a euro, everything changes. Because I am coming to your house. You have cried, a euro Ellard, where are you, a euro, while pacing the same floorboards that have heard your sorrow. You have stared at the ceiling late at night, whispering, a euro Edo, you still see me, a euro, and heaven has answered, yes, I see you. I have heard every word, every sigh, every silence. Tonight, the unseen becomes seen. The presence you have longed for steps into your atmosphere. The divine does not need a doorway euro, it needs only an invitation. You whispered, a euro come, Lord, a euro, and I heard. Theta euro s why this message has found you. When I come to your house, I do not come as a guest a euro, I come as a father reclaiming what belongs to him. I come to cleanse the air thick with fear. I come to silence the voices that have tormented you in your mind. I come to lift the heaviness that has made you forget what joy feels like. There will be a stirring tonight. You may feel chills down your spine, or an overwhelming peace that makes no sense. That is not your imagination a euro, it is my presence. The angels have already gone before me, clearing the spiritual atmosphere around you. The same walls that echoed with your pain will soon echo with praise. I am coming not only for you, but for your house. Every dark corner, every anxious thought, every haunting memoria euro, I will fill it with light. The room that once held your heartbreak will soon hold your healing. The chair where you sat alone will become the place where you feel me beside you. You thought you were abandoned. But child, I was watching the whole time. When you broke, I gathered the pieces. When you fell apart, I wrote your name in the dust and said, a euro ethos one still belongs to me. A euro. Do you remember the times you said, a euro oei con a euro t take this and amore euro? Each time, I sent angels to hold back what was meant to crush you. You never saw them, but they were there. You are not standing today by luck or coincidencia euro, you are standing because heaven refused to let you fall. So tonight, I am coming to your house euro, not with noise or thunder, but with peace. I will walk into the rooms of your heart and speak softly, a euro eb still. A euro I will rearrange the things you could not fix. I will wipe the tears no one else noticed. And when I come, everything that does na euro t belong will have to leave. The spirit of confusion that has tormented your mind will be cast out. The heaviness that has followed you like a shadow will lift. The curses spoken against you will be broken, because where I dwell, darkness cannot remain. This is a holy visitation. The night may be quiet, but heaven is moving. The world may rest in silence, but in the unseen realm, the sound of angelic wings fills the air. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit feels it. There is a stirring, a whisper, a presence that is drawing near. Right now, angels are taking position around your house euro, at every door, every window, every threshold. They are standing as sentinels, guarding your home from storms, shielding your family from hidden attacks, preparing the ground for divine visitation. The winds have shifted tonight. You con euro t always explain it, but you can sense it. The spiritual atmosphere feels heavy with promise, like the air before rain. Something sacred is approaching. The winds are carrying messages of breakthrough. The breath of God is moving through unseen spaces, touching hearts that have been waiting too long, stirring dreams that once felt buried. The oil of joy is being poured over your household even now, oil that heals, restores, and renews. The fragrance of heaven is descending, gentle yet undeniable. In the unseen, there is a sound risinga, a sound of chains snapping, of cages opening, of burdens lifting. It is the sound of freedom echoing through the corridors of your life. What once held you in bondage cannot hold you anymore. The things that once weighed you down are losing their grip because heaven has declared, enough. The night you thought would never end has reached its final hour. I am coming, says the Lord, to bring reconciliation where there has been division. The walls that separated hearts are coming down. The misunderstandings that caused distance between loved ones are being healed. I am establishing unity where there has been fragmentation, peace where there was tension, and wholeness where there was pain. Where there has been confusion, I bring clarity. Where there has been weariness, I bring strength that overflows. You are not forgotten, not forsaken, and not dismissed. Your home is about to feel different. The very atmosphere will shift as my presence enters. The heaviness that has lingered in certain rooms will lift. The unease that kept you awake at night will dissolve. The peace you thought you lost is returning, not as a fleeting emotion but as a permanent presence. The essence of heaven is coming to rest upon the walls, the furniture, the air you breathe. Every whispered prayer that you thought went unheard has been stored in my chambers, and tonight, they are released as answered blessings. When I step into your house tonight, my presence will not feel distant. It will be near, tangible, undeniable. Some will weep without knowing why, it will be the soul recognizing its maker. Others will feel fire in their spirit, an intense awareness of divine power igniting purpose within them. Others will simply know, deep in their heart, that something holy has entered their home. That knowing will not come from emotion but from revelation. It is the assurance that you are not forgotten, that I, the Lord your God, have remembered your name, your tears, and your faithfulness. You thought the battle you've been fighting was about your circumstances, your finances, your relationships, your health, but it was deeper than that. It was always about your soul. The enemy wanted your faith, your stability, your hope. He wanted to make you believe that my promises were fake, that my silence meant absence. He tried to convince you that your home was cursed, that your prayers were empty noise, that you had somehow been excluded from divine favor. But heaven laughs at his lies. For every dart he sent, I have sent double the protection. For every tear he caused, I have prepared double the joy. You may look around and see the same four walls, but I see angelic activity in every corner. I see your prayers rising as incense. I see faith building invisible altars. I see your endurance as wings lifting you higher even when you felt grounded. I have watched you stand when everything around you threatened to crumble. I have seen you hold on when it seemed impossible. And because you held on, heaven has marked your address for visitation. When I come into your home, I do not come to inspect perfection. I come to fill imperfection with grace. I do not come to judge your past, I come to rewrite your future. I do not come to measure your worth, I come to remind you that my love defined it long before you could question it. My hands carry mercy, not accusation. My breath releases healing, not condemnation. I will not count your sin, I will count your faith. I will not highlight your failure, I will magnify your endurance. You have been waiting for a miracle euro. Tonight, you are the miracle. Every moment you refused to give up became part of the testimony that heaven now honors. When you chose to worship instead of worry, when you forgave instead of retaliated, when you hoped instead of despairing, you built a doorway for my presence. You didn't realize it, but your endurance was an invitation. Every time you whispered a prayer through tears, heaven heard it as an open gate. And now, I am walking through that gate into your home. So prepare your heart. You don't need grand rituals or perfect words. Light a candle if you must, not for ceremony but for reminder, a symbol that no night is too dark for my light. Whisper a prayer of welcome, Ellard, come into my home. Come into my heart, and then wait, wait in expectation, not fear. Silence your distractions, hush your worries, and let your spirit become still. For I am coming. When you feel something shift, when warmth rises in the air, when peace floods your chest, when stillness seems Olivia, affirm it aloud. Say, I receive you, Lord. Your words will seal the encounter. Your declaration will anchor the visitation. If you believe this word is for you, whisper Omen. If you feel the pull of heaven aligning with your situation, type 1111 as a sign of divine synchronization. If you've been praying for restoration, type 222 as a confirmation that the time has arrived. If you're believing for miracles that make sense only in heaven, type 777 for divine completion. And if you are ready to end your fear, to let go and allow me to enter without restriction, type 999 for this is the season where old things pass and new things begin. My child, the waiting season expires tonight. The long silence is breaking. Heaven has written your name in this visitation. Angels have already received the command, surround, protect, and deliver. Your address has been highlighted in the Spirit. Not because you earned it, but because you endured it. The sound of wings is near, the rustle of angelic movement sweeping over rooftops, descending over your dwelling. They come not as visitors but as carriers of glory. Your home will no longer feel heavy with tension. The arguments that once echoed will be replaced with laughter. The spirit of fear that used to linger will flee. The peace that surpasses understanding will become the air you breathe. Children will sleep more peacefully. Loved ones will speak more kindly. Places that felt abandoned will feel alive again. Because where my presence dwells, there is wholeness. Where I remain, darkness cannot. Do not worry about what you lack. Do not focus on what you lost. I am not entering your life to take inventory of pain but to deposit restoration. What the enemy stole, I will replace in double portions. The relationships that fractured under pressure will mend under grace. The dreams that died under disappointment will resurrect under favor. The strength that faded under exhaustion will be renewed under my shadow. This visitation is not a fleeting touch. It is an indwelling. I am not coming to visit and leave, I am coming to dwell and transform. I am the peace that stays after the chaos ends. I am the voice that whispers even when everything goes quiet. I am not limited by walls or boundaries. The presence coming into your home tonight will not stop at your doorway, it will flow into your finances, your relationships, your decisions, your health, your destiny. When you sense the holy stirring, don't resist it. Some will feel emotional release, others physical warmth, and others a calm that words cannot explain. However it comes, let it. That is Heaven's signature on your soul. You will notice little changes, doors opening that were once shut, favor finding you unexpectedly, burdens lightening day by day. It will not be coincidence, it will be confirmation that I have taken residence. Remember, I do not enter spaces where I am not invited. But you have invited me with your endurance, with your prayers, with your hunger. Every tear you cried became incense that reached my throne. Every sigh became a summons. Every time you said, "A euro Ellard," even if you don't a euro t change my situation, I will still trust you a euro. It drew my heart closer. And tonight, that persistence has manifested into presence. When I say I am coming to your house, it is not metaphorical. It is spiritual reality. My presence will linger even after this night ends. You will rise tomorrow feeling lighter. You will notice joy where sorrow used to sit. You will hear my whisper when you face trouble. You will walk with renewed assurance. The same place that once felt haunted by despair will now host divine peace. You may question, "A euro, oh why now, Lord, a euro?" Because the set time has come. There are appointed seasons when heaven meets earth, and this is one of them. The delay was not denial, it was preparation. You were being refined, trained to recognize my movement. You learned to depend on me even when I was silent, and that faith cultivated capacity. You are now ready to house glory. Do not fear if this process brings tears. Healing often comes with release. When old pain surfaces, let it go into my hands. When memories rise that once wounded, surrender them. I am reordering the atmosphere euro, not just around you, but within you. I am bringing harmony to your spirit, alignment to your thoughts, and peace to your emotions. The light in your home will seem softer, your rest deeper, your mornings clearer. Even those who enter your house will sense peace they cannot explain. That is what happens when heaven occupies a home. It becomes a sanctuary. The walls absorb prayer. The air carries calm. The very ground becomes holy because I dwell there. You have prayed long enough for visitation. Now I declare habitation. I will dwell among you. My presence will not visit and retreat, it will become foundation and roof. I will fill your nights with assurance and your days with stability. I will turn your home into a beacon for Othursa Euro, a place where those weary of storms will find rest. So open the door Euro, not just literally, but spiritually. Let go of resentment, fear, and doubt. Forgive those who wounded you. Make room for peace to stay. This is not the night to dwell on what went wrong, it is the night to receive what is being made right. The past cannot follow where you are going. When I step in, I bring new patterns, new seasons, new beginnings. Look around your home. What once looked ordinary will now feel sacred. The table where you eat will become a place of communion. The space where you pray will glow with revelation. The door you once closed in fear will now stand open in faith. Every corner of your dwelling will carry testimony. You will remember this night not as one of loneliness but visitation. So let gratitude fill your heart. Thank me for what is happening even before you see it. Because faith that thanks in advance moves the supernatural. Speak words of welcome into the air, not timidly but boldly. Say aloud, "A euro Ellard, this house belongs to you. Dwell here. Rest here. Rule here." A euro angels will take that declaration as command and fortify the spiritual covering over your home. You may have thought you were too broken to host my presence, but I specialize in entering broken spaces. The cracks in your heart make room for my light. The weariness in your soul creates space for my strength. This is why I chose your house tonight a euro, not because it was perfect, but because it was ready. So now, feel the stillness. Let peace descend like a gentle rain. Let your spirit quiet. Heaven is no longer distant, it stands at your door knocking, not demanding but inviting. Open, and I will come in. Amen.